Hi everybody and welcome. I am Tiffany with Voices for Independence, Fitness and Activities. I am here to share another helpful household hack with you. I know one of our main objectives here in the VFI Fitness and Activity Group page is to bring you information and ideas to keep you fit and well, not only in your mind, but also your body. And today, my helpful hack of the day is I am going to be giving you a recipe for homemade fabric softener and dryer sheets. Now, it is important to realize that not only do we need to keep our bodies healthy on the inside, but it's also important, pardon me, to keep our bodies healthy on the outside. Now, I like to, in my personal life, keep a lot of my cleaning supplies chemical-free as possible. Lots of these external chemicals that are in our cleaning supplies and in our laundry detergents, fabric softeners, soap, shampoos like that could have negative effects on our body, whether it's our skin or absorbing into our system. A lot of people out there, especially children or dealing with other autoimmune disorders, may have skin sensitivity and chemical sensitivity. So this is a great idea for you. It's also better for the environment. And so it's a great idea all the way around. What I'm going to show you is a recipe for some homemade fabric softener. And that recipe is also going to go into creating the homemade dryer sheets. Lots of people who do laundry, some like to use the liquid fabric softener in the washing machine during the washing process. Others prefer the dryer sheets in the dryer during the drying process. They both have the same effect and purpose. The idea is to soften your clothing and also maybe give them a fresh scent as well. So whatever your preference is, if you like your fabric softener and liquid or you like your dryer sheets, this recipe is great for you. So what you're going to need today is we're going to need some distilled water, vinegar, either white vinegar or whatever you have around. They're all the same. It just might affect the color a little bit, but will not affect the color in when it comes to doing your laundry. It will not damage or affect any of your colored clothing. Baking soda and some of your favorite smelling scents, essential oils. Another reason I really love making my homemade cleaning products is that I can scent them however I want with my essential oils, which are also therapeutic grade. Make sure that if you're trying to be as chemical free as possible, that you get therapeutic grade essential oils. Sometimes they're just fragrance oils, which are made with chemicals. So keep an eye out for that and always read your ingredients, folks. It's important not only what we put in ourselves, but what we put on our bodies as well. So for this recipe, get a container. If you have a mason jar, that'd be best. I seem to be using all my mason jars for storage of other products right now. So I am going to use a container that I have, and this is all natural ingredients, so it won't affect the integrity of your container either at all. So we're going to add a 1/4 cup of our distilled water to the container. So we're going to pour that right in. Excuse me. We're also going to add a 1/4 cup of baking soda. Pour that right into the container. Then we're going to add a 1/2 cup of vinegar. So I'm going to add that. Everything's going in this one container that you can also store your fabric softener in. So make sure that you're making it right inside the container you want to use. Now it's going to get a little bit fizzy, but that's okay. It's just a chemical reaction between the baking soda and the vinegar. All right, so once you have all the ingredients in there, we are going to whisk it up a little bit. Now you can make as much or as little of this as you want. I am just making a small amount today for demonstration purposes. I already have some made that we're still using. To that is where the fun, creative part comes in, but super simple. Find your favorite smells and scents and then add them, like about 6 to 12 drops into your mixture here. So I have some lemon today. So I'm going to add about 3 or 4 drops of that. My lemon's getting low, I can see. And then I also have one of my very favorites is sweet orange. I just enjoy the citrus smell so much, and I feel it really enhances my cleaning products. All right, so I have my essential oils mixed in. And that's all you need. This fabric softener can be poured right into whatever device. If you pour it into the container in the machine, or if you're using a fabric softener dispenser that goes inside the washing machine, either or, this is all ready to go. Smells delicious, and it will also sanitize your clothing. Now, to make your dryer sheets, we are going to be using the same mixture. Again, remember, fabric softener and dryer sheets are virtually the same thing. One is just in a sheet form, the other is in a liquid form. So to make your own dryer sheets, all you're gonna need is a shallow container that we can lay out some coffee filters. So you're gonna take your coffee filters and you're gonna separate them out. So depending on how many you're doing, you're gonna want a dish or a pan that can accommodate them. A simple cake pan should do as well. You can do a few at a time, or as many as you want. We're just going to put them in the container, making sure they're separated out. And then I am just going to pour my fabric softener that we made already. I'm going to whisk it up again. This is something you'll want to shake up before you use each time, just to incorporate the baking soda back in. It will settle, but that's not a big deal. Once you have it in your container, you can just give it a little shake prior to pouring it into your machine. But we're going to make our dryer sheets now, so I'm just pouring that fabric softener right over my coffee filters. And then you can use tongs, or I'm going to get a fork out because I don't have my tongs available, or you can use your hands. We're just going to get those coffee filters totally saturated in our homemade fabric softener liquid. And once you have done that, what we're going to do then, and again, make sure that they're totally saturated and covered in liquid. We want the coffee filter to absorb all that wonderful homemade fabric softener that we just created. You're then going to take a cookie sheet and we're going to very carefully lay out all these coffee filters that we just submerged in our homemade fabric softener, and they're saturated. We are now going to lay them out on our cookie sheet, and we're going to allow them to dry. If they overlap a little bit, it's okay. We just don't want them bunched up in a giant ball. And then once they'll take maybe, depending on the temperature in your house and the weather, if it's humid, it can take anywhere for an hour or two or a couple hours to dry. But once these are done, you can just put them in a airtight container, and then you can just pull them out. It'd be great if you used one of those white containers that you would have for disinfecting wipes. Once it's empty, you can stash your dryer sheets in one of those, and it can be a dispenser for you. So I just have my homemade dryer sheets. They're gonna sit here and dry. Again, this was a clean dish and a clean pan with my fresh coffee filters. So you can go ahead and pour that leftover liquid right back into your fabric softener container, put your lid on, and then get to doing the laundry, folks. We just created your own homemade fabric softener and dryer sheet. So give it a try. I know that fabric softener and dryer sheets are fairly inexpensive, but it's more about your health than the cost. This is super inexpensive to create as well, so it works out to be about the same price. But we are here to worry about our health and take care of ourselves and try to live a little less chemical dependent and try and go chemical free with our cleaning and health supplies. So I'll be sharing this recipe in the comments below. If you guys have any awesome tips, please share them as well. And I'll be back again next week with more helpful household hacks to help you guys get by. Have a good one.